Paano kung nag-withdraw ng support yung military at hindi pa rin ayaw mag-resign ng vice at saka ng presidente? Ano mangyayari?
Ay, nako.
Magulo.
Magkakagulo.
Magulo. Kasi kung ang military take over, no? Extra-constitutional yan.
So anything can happen.
Oh.
Short.
Actually, pati yung withdrawal support is
Oh.
extra-constitutional.
Correct. Kaya dapat talaga yung succession, kaya lang pwede mo pilitin yung dalawang nasa
Ang
taas.
succession has to be voluntary. I mean, the resignations have to be voluntary in nature and not because of withdrawal support. Kung merong withdrawal support, then that is extra-constitutional.
Although I was talking to an analyst last week, tapos sabi niya, si Edmund Tayaw, sabi niya medyo malabo na magkaroon ng withdrawal of support. Kasi nung EDSA Revolution daw, ang police ay nasa ilalim ng military. Parang internal
PCINP.
police yun. Ngayon daw, parang medyo distinct na yung PNP, meron ka pang PCG, at meron ka pang AFP. Tatlong individual bodies that you have to convince to have that withdrawal of support.
Actually,
Hindi
nung
lang isang body mag-decide.
2001, hiwalay na yung PNP sa AFP. Kaya lang, mas malaki na ngayon ng bilang ng PNP kaysa sa Armed Forces. Kasi ang PNP, more than 220,000 yung AFP, mga 150 lang.
So medyo mas mahirap makakuha ng consensus ngayon.
Kaya lang, ang problema, mas malakas ang armas ng military, siyempre.
Saka
May kanyon.
yung AFP mo, that's composed of battle-hardened people. Hindi yan yung mga magtatrapiko, manghuhuli ng ano.
Oo, pero syempre, you're going against the many. Kahit kukunti kayo, kung kukunti kayo, kahit magagaling kayo, ma-overwhelm
Let me
kayo,
put it this way.
diba?
Taga-police community precinct, kung makipagharapan sa isang platoon ng sundalo.
Pero kung iikutan naman yung mga sundalo.
Hindi, ang problema
sobrang
sa
dami.
PNP,
Hindi sila makikutan.
Wala na, hindi pa sila magpapatayan
They're spread all over the country.
ang problema sa PNP, masyado lang thinly spread.
Each town has its own
Pero sa
PCP.
day and age ngayon, magkakagulo pa ba tayo? I mean, naintindihan ko naman yung fight for corruption, but realistically speaking, how legit or credible is this threat of that happening?
Palagay ko, wala gaanong threat.
Anything violent, di ba?
Wala gaanong threat sa, sa military.
Kasi yung military, di ba, they're also enjoying a high trust rating from the people. So why would they want to?
Tsaka, sabi nga nung mga sundalo, ayaw na nila nung past experiences na sila naglalaban. Kasi nagpatayan nung December 89, di ba? Nakita mo, nilusob ng Marines yung Aguinaldo. Tapos sa likod, sa may logcom, nagbabarilan din. May mga namatay nun. Kaya ayaw na nila nung ganong experience.
But yun nga, that's all based on the premise na na ang magkakabanggaan military sa military. Paano nga kung nagkasundo sila? Paano kung nagkasundo sila?
Pwede rin.
Wouldn't you need the greater majority to back that? And ngayon, meron na ba tayo?
No, you don't need that.
I mean, like,
you're working the presumption that the military is a democracy. It's not a democracy.
I'm not talking about the military. I'm talking about, aren't they looking for majority public support? Magkasundo yung taong bayan na ito na yung resolution na gusto natin. Ngayon pa lang nag-aaway
in the creation of military juntas in Central and South America, did they ever need public support to take over the country?
Tsaka yung armed forces, ang daming pen-sitter dyan
Actually, dyan sila kilo-kilo.
Nag-aabang lang yan Sino kaya manalo dito? Ayan. Di ba?